channel, family. It's your guy Trip 5, back again with another creepy TikTok compilation. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you're new so you can join the family. We're on the road to 10K. Let's get the subs up, yo. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
If you've been having trouble sleeping and your back is hurting, it's because the earth is changing. New earth is coming, and the energies of earth, the poles are changing. Now there's heavy metals in all of our bodies, and those heavy metals are reacting within your back. You have to understand there's going to be feelings of like you don't even feel like you anymore. People around you don't seem the same. That is again because we are shifting. In the last week, things have really been difficult with this shift. But here's what you got to do. You got to learn what is happening. You have to understand the world is frequency and vibrations. Everything that you think you know has been a lie. It's put in place to keep you in this place so that you don't think, you just consume, and you fall victim to the void.
1% of the population control the world. 4% of the population are their puppets. 90% of this population is a zombie, is a sleeping zombie. And 5% are trying to wake up the zombies. The 1% make sure that the 4% stop the 5% from waking up the 90%. This is not a war between two religions. This is not an ethnic war. This is not a racist war. It's none of these. This is the oldest trick in the book. Divide and conquer. This is what war does. They create the division. They make sure you are racist. You're controlled by fear. You are breeding hate in order to divide so they can conquer. Do you know how a magician does his trick? So basically he has a plan, and in order for him to do the trick without you noticing, he does this loud and thing here so it distracts you constantly. While this is happening, he slowly creeps up from behind to implement his magic trick, and then magic. That's exactly what the politicians do. They are distracting us with, we are not human, and this is a human, this is not this color, this race, this religion, in order for them to just start implementing their agenda. None of these leaders, look who are leading us, care about us. None of them. I mean, they've proven it one too many times. They create the problem, okay, they create it, and then for them to implement the solution, or to implement their plan, they call it the solution. How do you think we all got vaccines and COVID? How do you think now we are carrying these phones with all our information on it? Why do you think banks are going cashless? And now it's gas. And where's this gas? In Gaza. If 90% wake up, do you know what will happen to that 1 and 4%? Kapoof. They can no longer lead 95% of power. Please wake up.
Hey, she explained everything perfectly. It's hard waking up somebody who don't want to wake up. Like sometimes the truth be right in their face and they still can't see it. They've been programmed and conditioned to think nothing is wrong, and this is just the way how life is supposed to be, but in reality it's not. And until we get rid of the division, then only a small amount of us will be aware of what's going on.
Let me just tighten that up there. All right, we're good. Move, bitch!
So yeah, guys, I almost died. Somebody threw a spear through my car tonight. And just thought I'd show you all how bad it is. But yeah, went into my steering wheel and everything, so yay me.
Holy shit! Hey. Holy shit! Hey! So in Final Destination, they have that crazy scenario, all the logs fall off the truck to take out the vehicles. Yeah. No. What?
Hey, you know how angry you gotta be to throw a spear at somebody's car? That's a different level of anger. Imagine what was going through his head. A lot of those videos, if they made a split-second decision, that was different from what they made, their life could have probably been over. How often do y'all think close calls happen on a daily basis? Because some of those videos was just crazy, especially that Final Destination one. I know if y'all seen Final Destination, I think it was 2, and when the logs fell out the back of the truck and hit the car, there's still some people traumatized from that. So to see it happen in real life, it's crazy.
That woman filmed one of the black-eyed children. Bestie, do you believe in the paranormal? Imagine encountering something that doesn't seem human. Nobody really knows what these things are. From my research, people are calling these things aliens, demons, or just lost spirits. They're said to be pale with dead black eyes, and they show up at your doorsteps late at night or just be wandering in the woods. BTW, if these things ever show up at your doorstep, be sure not to let them in.
An Instagram account captured what appears to be Till Lindemann from Ramstein shape-shifting his eyes into a reptilian form. I first saw this in Contacto RV1. This is the video. So in this video, you can actually see him, you can see normal eyes, and then here you go, right? So I thought that this could be fake, I mean like not from the original video. So I went over to the original video in the concert in Paris 2017. Indeed, you can find this in 30 minutes and 22 seconds. Well, I'm gonna play the original video and you guys tell me what you think. Let's take a look at the original video. Right now. So pay attention, you got his eyes pretty normal, right? And then, boom, what the heck? I'm gonna zoom in and replay the video. Pay very close attention. What is going on here, guys? Look at that. Oh my gosh. I want to know your thoughts. Is this the real deal or is it maybe fake? CGI? You tell me.
Think
Look at her eyes,
that
y'all.
he's guilty?
No,
So you don't think he did it?
I don't think he did it.
And you said in all the time that you've known him that you never saw any erratic behavior, you have no evidence of any erratic behavior, you have nothing that
In the
would
open with
indicate
it. Like
that
in the open?
he would be capable of doing something like this, would have any motivation to do something like this.
Exactly.
You do know.
So I seen that picture on the internet. The Baby's album dropping at midnight. Baby on Baby 2. I'm guessing this the album cover. I hope not, but it might be. But this him looking like this. But why? Something like a reptilian shape-shifting with a whole character, with a whole identity. Got his own flow, got his own characteristic, copying off us. Y'all think this fake. This what he look like behind the scenes. It is so easy to fool y'all because you've been programmed for a long time. The only way you gonna believe it when you see it for real. Y'all gonna be like, man, he just, hey, start talking about the baby, start talking about that. Somebody do something like this, man, and post as an album cover with no words or nothing. You sitting there looking like that in a creepy place like that. What you gonna think? You like, man, wrong yeah, right. All right now. I won't.
In my opinion, I believe that these reptilians do exist and they live amongst us, shape-shifting into regular people. Some people call them fallen angel or demons. I'm not sure if the baby is one, but they put a lot of truth in our face, so you never know, it could possibly be true. If you do your research on reptilians, you would see that there's multiple videos of people's eyes having a split in the middle. There's been multiple people coming out saying that they seen one in person. You never know, maybe that's what that lady seen on that plane when she said, that mother is not real. Let me know in the comments below if y'all experienced anything like this or heard of any stories about it.
I can't see it anymore. Dad, move your hand.
What the hell is that thing?
Can you move?
Hold on a second.
Why the fuck would anyone go to war for you? I'm 100% disabled fucking veteran. And guess what they do when you get out? First they break you down and they brainwash you. And then they tell you, hey, you're a soldier now.
You're an airman now. You're a Marine now. You're a sailor now. Stand with pride in your uniform that costs like $800 that you have to pay out of your own paycheck. They don't just give it to you. You gotta pay for it. And then after they brainwash you, they throw you the fuck in the trash. Nobody wants to go to war for you. You don't take care of the American people. You don't take care of the service members. And by God, you goddammit, don't fucking take care of the veterans. Fuck you!
We are eating ourselves.
Wow.
Let me say that again.
Wow.
We are eating human. We are eating ourselves.
What the fuck?
And this is why I say what I say. The more I eat it, the way that I feel, what my spirit is telling me. And like I said before, there is no plants in any building. There's no amount of plants in any building across the world that can produce as much as meat as we eat. But guess what? They are producing every day.
Oh, shit.
Have you ever thought about that?
Oh, shit.
There's nothing growing that fast to be able to feed Wendy's, McDonald's, Popeyes, JJ's, Sharks, this fine dining restaurant, that fine dining restaurant. You tell me what's growing that fast and what's moving that fast besides people dying.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And you know, I always talk about this on my channel. I don't think there's enough meat to supply all of these restaurants. The amount of food that we eat in America, nothing grows that fast. So it's either lab grown or they getting it from somewhere else that they're not telling us. Also, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Somebody tell me what's going on at Coke. This is the third six-pack that I've gotten that does this. They're not carbonated and they're flat. Like, if I wanted Pepsi, I would have bought Pepsi. What is happening?
What the hell is this?
That was right.
Sauce did not do that.
My radish was moving like that. Do you see that? What is that?
First of all, I soaked this meat in a vinegar, and yes, it changed color. Like, it went from pink to brown. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just the vinegar that got in there. But why is this beef holographic?
Anybody ever seen an asparagus like this? Check this out. Fresh out the box. Look at this. What the hell happened to this guy? I have never seen an asparagus like that before in my...
Dog, so this used to be an apple. What the fuck is this? This was an apple. Look at the stem.
I could be wrong, but I was under the impression that ice cream would melt after sitting out all night. Now it looks like somebody shit in my sink that had really bad diarrhea from Taco Bell or maybe White Castle.
They are selling fake avocados in Texas.
Did you know that the English language was purposefully manipulated in order to keep us in a low vibration and disconnected from the meanings of the words that we're speaking? Words are spells. That's why we learn spelling in school. Every sound that we speak has an energetic meaning and footprint that ripples out into the ether in the form of sound energy, creating the very fabric of reality as we know it. Now let's look at some examples. You have to be in a very weak daze in order to make it through the weekdays. Notice the double meaning of week and days. Same sounds, different spelling. The same goes for the word weekend. It sounds very similar, almost identical to the word weekend. So when you say during the weekdays, you're casting a spell of being in a weak daze. By the time you make it to the weekend, you're so weakened by working a job that does not serve your soul. Job stands for just over broke. And every morning, you are mourning the loss of your time and energy.
90% of the Grand Canyon is off limits to the general public, which is backed by military services. But why? In 1908, President Teddy Roosevelt decided that he wanted to protect the canyon from timber and mining operations. With this knowledge, a gentleman by the name of G.E. Kincaid, along with the Smithsonian professor by the name of S.A. Johnson, decided that they were going to get a group together to do one final mineral expedition before it closed. What they discovered, however, was completely unexpected. About 40 miles upriver from El Tivar Crystal Canyon, they discovered sediment stains that didn't make sense for Arizona, USA. In addition to that, they also noticed a cavern entrance with steps leading up to it that was clearly a man-made structure. Once inside, they found an intricate underground city that could fit up to 50,000 people. There were ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs on the wall, granaries, tools made of copper. It did make sense. What all of this pointed to was an ancient civilization with advanced technology. In America, in Arizona, with connections to ancient Egypt. After finishing his exploration, G.E. Kincaid, recognizing the massiveness of this discovery, decided that he needed to go back and take an even larger group and bring the Smithsonian along. But they weren't gonna allow him to do that. In fact, they offed him. And now, in 2024, the Smithsonian completely denies all accounts of this and calls it a hoax. But
if you do your research on this country, you will see that we're living in ancient Egypt. America is ancient Egypt. But you know, that may be deep for people who don't want to search for the information. But the information is definitely out there. You know, we in the age of Aquarius. All the information that you're seeking can definitely be found with some research. But you know, America would never admit that.
To add even more mystery to the pyramids, these rocks here have crustaceans all over them. So that means once upon a time, all of these rocks were underwater. And what makes it even more trippy is the ground also has the same crustaceans as the pyramids.
Can you believe that?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That's the weirdest sunset ever.
I've never seen it do that before.
It's like a, it looks like a Lego pieces.
It's just sitting in the water.
It's a layer of fog.
Are you kidding me?
It looks like a pyramid. The earth is flat. The earth is flat.
It looks fake.
Closer to, isn't it?
Whoa! When the weather's really dry, the glare goes away, and you can see like the circle of the sun.
Why is it like it's setting on the water?
It looks like it's digital.
Yeah, it looks digital. Exactly.
It looks like a Pac-Man or something. Intergalactic. There it goes. Wow.
That's so weird.
Intergalactic, planetary.
Oh, Richard's taking a picture.
Intergalactic.
Wait, no, it looks like a boat.
No one lose their
Wait,
car.
green flash, guys. We're gonna see it because it was so pink.
It's not clear enough.
Do you guys? The green flash exists, but it's only because when your eyes don't see that red, that orangey pink, it replaces it with the opposite on the color spectrum, which is green. That's why you see green flash.
I can see it happening right now.
Yeah, you'll see a green flash because it's gonna disappear and then you'll see a green flash.
That's so
You see the green?
weird. I don't see green.
I see it.
Poof. I don't see
When you just stare at her.
My wife done stepped on that cricket, and I don't know what that ain't part of the cricket, baby.
Yes, it is.
Moving like that?
Yes.
I'm about to research that.
It is moving.
I have never seen nothing like this, y'all.
It looks like a worm.
It came out of cricket?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, baby.
Where it come from?
You stepped on it and it
Yes, I just came back in here and it was coming out the cricket.
I might set this on fire. Y'all know what that is? Y'all tell me.
So that worm literally just came out of that cricket. So imagine what inside of your body look like from eating all of this meat. Because you know this meat carry parasites. And you know these parasites control how you eat every day. So if the parasite is craving something, you will start to crave it. So it's basically like you feeding the parasite to stay alive inside of your body. At this point, we all need a parasite detox. You know, I heard that papaya seeds are good and activated charcoal. So, you know, look into parasitic detoxes. Let me know if you did one and how was it.
Look, man, y'all thought I was playing? You got the mark of the clone right here. Look at this. See that dot? Sean, let me see your arm, bro. Swear to God. You see? Look, let me see. Hey, yo, Mario, I told you, bro. More and more people I find with that mark. I'm going to tell y'all what it means by the end of this year, so y'all stay tuned.
Do y'all think that's real? Because you know there are cloning facilities that's out here. And you know all they need is a sample of your blood to make a clone out of it. So who knows? This might be real. You never know. Let me know if you got that mark on your arm or not. And also when you go to the doctor, they take at least 2 cups of your blood. Like what are they using that blood for? Because I doubt it's all for blood work. You know all of these institutions are controlled by the same people. So who knows what they can be doing with your blood.
The more you raise your vibration, the more people are going to think that you are better than them. And the reason for that is that when you're on a high vibration, you bring out people's insecurities. You bring out people's demons, right? And they don't like it. So when that happens, they're not going to understand why it's happening. But it's happening, right? And what they don't understand, they seek to destroy. They want to bring down. They want to, if you're a confident person, they're going to say, man, like your head is too big or whatever it may be. So be prepared for that when you start raising your vibration. It's not that you are better than them. It's just that you are showing them a part of them that they're not able to tap in. Y'all stay tuned into the next video.
Let me know if this happened to you before, because if you know, you know. Once you raise your vibration, everybody around you start acting funny. You know, they be trying to figure you out so bad because they have no idea how you got to the level that you at or how you even thinking the way that you think. And once you raise your vibration, you become that light. And you know, all the negative energies out there are attracted to your light and they start flocking to you. You know, that light start to bring out that demon within them. You know, in reality, it's just someone who's healed and someone who hasn't healed yet. But you know, we can all raise our vibration to become the best versions of ourselves.
This is the deepest video I've seen all year.
Eagles can live up to 70 years because they are mentally strong. After 40 years, every eagle has to make a difficult decision. Its claws are no longer sharp enough to hunt. Its beak becomes bent and blunt, and its feathers become thick. The eagle has two options. Either it dies, or it goes through a painful change. This painful change is that the eagle must go to the mountain and crush its beak on a rock until it falls out. When the old beak falls out, a new beak grows in. With the new beak, the eagle rips out its claws, and new ones grow in. Then the eagle plucks out its feathers, and new ones grow in. This painful journey lasts 150 days, but after doing this, the eagle gets a new life. Sometimes we need to get rid of our old self in order for a new and better version to emerge.
That's a very, very deep video that'll make you change your way on how you think about life. You know, some people are stuck in a cycle and, you know, don't want to evolve. We all need to change and evolve to experience different things in life. See, if you knew me before, you would know that I came a long way to be in this position that I'm in now. It took me a lot to get here. And you know, I had to do a lot of work on myself and leave the old me behind to become my present self. But you know, I'm still evolving and changing every day. So you know, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. You know, we on the road to 10K. Let's get the subs up. Let's get the likes up so it can reach the algorithm and reach more people. We out though, y'all. See y'all in the next video.